So hope you're having a great day today. It is Monday. Happy Monday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is going great. It's Monday. It's the first day of school in the Maryon household, so it's going to be a good day today. Had a good weekend, great weekend. We had Steven's birthday this weekend, and so we had just a fun time celebrating him. 12 years old, isn't that crazy? I think he's like number 10. He's number 10, and like he's already 12. And so next year we're like, I'm gonna have all teenagers next year. I'm like, that is so awesome. We'll have this year we have 12. We'll have 14, 15, 16, and 18 and 19 years old right now that are living at home. So I'm like, that's just crazy. That's just crazy. So just fun time. So we had a good time this weekend. It was gorgeous, beautiful. It was like blue sky, sunshine day outside. Couldn't have asked for better weather. So we enjoyed that outside. I did a lot of organizing this weekend for, Greg had took Jensen Steven out, and so I got to get a lot of my organizing done. So let me show that here. So all these drawers here just kind of hold our extras. This holds my cookbooks, and I thought, surely I can take those out of here and put them somewhere in my kitchen. So I was just taking everything out of here so I can clean these out really good. What I did was I had, you know, the Melty Bead sets. Melty Beads are awesome, right? Well, I had picked one of the bags up, and one of the bags had been open. So it spilled everywhere, all over the place, all over my floor. I was like, oh my goodness. So I had to pull the vacuum out, and then there's Maxine eating the vacuum stick. So I was like, Maxine, I just need to clean up the Melty Beads. So it's like one of those things where you're like, oh my goodness, Melty Beads, do I keep these, do I not? But we'll keep them. We'll see if we use them this year, and if we don't, then I'll pass them along to somebody else. So I'm just doing a quick wipe inside, getting them all cleaned out, and then organizing back in. This drawer I'm putting like most of our craft activity things into, just things that we have extras of, you know, like things for Valentine's Day and just games and activities that we'll do throughout the year. And then I'm taking a note of them and putting them on my phone, and then when I go upstairs, I will make like a master list of everything. And all of our supplies that we'll use, just put them in my little plastic container here. It works. We only need a few things right here for the school year. If I need something else, I'll know to get it, but at least it's all in one area, and I know what's in this little tub here. So I was just kind of opening them up, putting them in here. I took out some permanent markers and then took the other ones up in my office. Never put all of your eggs in one basket. They will all disappear really quick when you have kids. So this works. And then I would be sharpening pencils forever, usually once a year. Sometimes you have to do it twice, depends on how much you use the pencils, but for our family it seems like it's been once the last few years, sharpening pencils and just getting them all done. This pencil sharpener, I remember years ago, I used to, at our old church, the kids ministry, we'd had colored pencils and regular pencils, and so I'd bring them home, and there'd be, you know, hundreds, probably thousands, and I'd tell the kids, I'm like, we're sharpening pencils for Jesus, kids. And so we would sit there and just sharpen them with the electric sharpener. And then I used one from home, and it had broken. And so one day I was like, wow, I really need a pencil sharpener. Well, I don't know how this one showed up in my mail, but it did. I didn't even tell anybody. Like, no one knew it broke. No one knew any of that stuff. And so it just showed up in my P.O. box one day, and I was like, thank you, Lord. But it's awesome because you put the pencil in it, and then while you're sharpening, it goes in and it pops out by itself. And I'm like, genius. I've never seen that before, and I just started to see on YouTube Shorts where some teacher was doing it, and then she's like, it looked like a monster or something, the front of it, and it popped out, and I'm like, there you go. Hopefully they'll sell more of those, because I think that's awesome for the pencil sharpener. So I've got all mine sharpened for the year, wiped them off really good too, and then just kind of organize things back in the drawers here. Just putting the books back in there, things that we will use for the year, and then getting all my papers and all the writing paper that we'll need. I wrote in the folder, so I knew what kind of paper was in here, like college ruled and wide ruled, and it's good getting it all together, putting my list on my phone, getting it organized, getting it great. And then these, I got some laminated maps to put up on the wall. Well, when I went to put them on the wall, they would not stick. And I tried using sticky tack, and I thought, surely it's gonna fit on the wallpaper. No, it didn't. Then the wall's like it's got texture, so it doesn't hold either. So Greg ended up buying me push pins, so I ended up putting it on regular, but this was not holding it. And I'm like, okay, I will just be done for now and do it another day. So I was glad to get that done, which put me in step for like a good starting day today. So I've got all my things ready to roll. We should have a good, successful day today. I'm excited. So I figured I would get up. My goal, anyways, fun beeping away. And so where was I even with all of this? Okay, getting school together. So it's going to be a good day. We're going to get all of our stuff done. My goal is to get done my filming the household stuff before, and then I'll take a break and we will do our school stuff together. My kids are pretty much independent, not self-independent, independent, so they'll do a lot of stuff on their own, but we still do a lot of stuff together. I like to have a group time where we can talk about things. We may read something, we may study history or science or, you know, whatever it's going to be, but it's going to be good. So we're excited. It should be a good week, and it'll be a great day today. So I've got to go out and start cleaning up. The house isn't too bad. There's stuff to pick up, of course, but we kept it at a minimum low this weekend because we were just enjoying fun birthday time. So you ready for a great day? I'm ready for a great day. All right, let's go in the kitchen and start cleaning up. Let's go. First thing, let's get some coffee for the morning. Definitely a necessity. Not a necessity, but something that's enjoyable. Like a cup of coffee, got happy birthday Stephen on the wall. Fun things, we usually put that, and everybody kind of writes some kind of fun things to him and just encouragement and just fun things that we remember about him. So makes him laugh, makes him smile, that's the point. So we don't have too much. Look at, I may say I don't have too much, but it's still a whole pickup of everything right here. So I'm going to be loading the dishwasher. I know the dishwasher is empty. Just have to load it up. We've already been through it multiple times this weekend. I had to do dishes, but yesterday was more of a chill day. So I'm like, I will definitely just load it in today. So it's good. Okay, a cup of coffee. I'm going to turn the rest of my sermon on and let's do it while I'm loading the dishwasher. I've got my, I'm laughing when I heard. So I've got, we had cupcakes. These are really good. I only have a few left. I'll probably put these in a little container. I'm sure they'll get eaten up today. And then this will have like our little candy jar for school or treat jar. So I had to empty out the, what are those things called? Starburst. And I had to laugh because most of them that are left are orange. So nobody likes the orange, I take it. But I'm sure they'll get eaten up. I'll just take them in here. So this is good for after they're done with their chores, the kids, I guess I'll show all my stuff. I'll show all my school stuff in a little bit when they're done with their list and that they'll get to get one of these. Let me wipe this up. So my kitchen part is clean for now. I'm looking, I'm like, could clean out the refrigerator really good, but I'm not gonna bother with that today. So I'm not gonna be doing any deep cleaning unless it's like written down or something extra I'm gonna do because my focus is school. So I redid a new chore list, so I have to kind of look at my list. We were, I usually like to do it at the beginning of the school year and then the beginning of summer. So just to do things a little bit different because we just have different needs, different times. So I know like right now it's like I don't want to, usually Monday is a huge day for chores, and so there's always a lot to do. I don't want to put that on the kids, there's a lot to do because I'm doing school. Mondays are, nobody likes Mondays. I like Mondays, Maddie likes Mondays, but nobody else does. So I didn't want to put a ton of chores on Monday. So I tried to spread it out a little bit, and then that way it's not all today. So I just did a new one for me. So I'm just kind of like, I just have to, like, I know what I have to do, but like I will forget certain things. So I'm just like, I just redid, I basically made a list of things I need to do, which is basically the kitchen. I got to start the laundry and the vacuums, get going on those ones. And then I have extras, and then when I get to them, if I get them, that's a good thing. So I'm gonna, let's go through a laundry and probably turn the vacuums on and get the floors going, because that'll, there's like stuff all over the floor. I gotta pop some balloons. I don't want to take them all down. There's nothing sticks to our walls in our house. Oh my goodness. We have, like you saw with our map on the wall, I tried to put our map on the wall, and I'm like, nothing's sticking to the wall because they're all textured. So I'm like, I had to, and I didn't have, last time I took balloons and tied them with fishing line and tie them together and then hang them by the string. I don't even know what I did with my fishing line for one. And I'm like, do I even have any? Where did I put it? Who knows? Not in the spot that I would think it would go. So it's all good. So I just ended up just wrapping masking tape and just hanging them as best I could. But for the most part, they stay up. There's a few on the floor. So I'll probably just pop those. Maxine doesn't like popping if she's gone. And then we get the vacuums rolling, throw some laundry in. I got to think about dinner. I looked in the refrigerator. We do have chili, a little bit of chili leftovers or sandwiches for today. That's fine. But I do have to think about dinner. So I have to think easy so that my day isn't too busy. So something I can kind of throw in and just do a quick meal with. I don't know what. I'll look and see. But let's keep going. Let's go throw some laundry in. Totally forgot to scrub my sink. Let me do that real quick. Here comes that sunshine. I've got to like burn some candles. I think that's my last summer candle. And then I'll be on to fall, which means I can decorate for fall. I can get all my stuff up for fall. It's all set upstairs. Let me just keep walking in my office. I kind of went through it this weekend. There's like boxes everywhere. And kind of organized a little bit, so I'll be able to put it up probably a couple weeks. We'll see how time goes. Okay, laundry, I gotta throw some in. Clean up my back hallway there, through the laundry, and I'm gonna get the vacuums rolling. I just went to my freezer. I was thinking about today, what can I make for dinner tonight? And I'm like, something I haven't made that the kids have asked for. It's been years, is burrito casserole. We haven't made this in, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. So I'm thinking, I think everybody's gonna be home for dinner tonight. I'm pretty sure everybody's here, yes. So I'm thinking I will do that. So, and I had to get bread out of the freezer. So I got hamburger, refried beans, cream mushroom soup, and some cheese out. So I'm thinking I can assemble that this afternoon and put it in like a slow cooker and just let it bake in there instead of in the oven. So that'll be dinner, because I think there is rice. Could probably make a little bit more. We've got lettuce. That'll be a good, easy dinner tonight. So I'm gonna put these over here. And then I was just looking at my list. I'm like, who's gonna steam mop, or when do they steam mop the floors? And I'm like, that's something I did. When you reorganize the chore list, sometimes you forget things. And today was the day I forgot, like, oh, I have nobody steam mopping the floor. So I probably will get it vacuumed, pick everything up, get it vacuumed really good, and then I can either steam mop later or have just see who needs an extra job and put it on there. To pop those so carefully not to scare Maxine. It did not work that way, so she went upstairs. Sorry, Maxine. Almost done. And for the most part, everything is picked up that I have to do. The vacuums will do the job on the floor. I got some push thumbtacks. Greg got me some thumbtacks at when he took Steven out. You know, the only thing we couldn't find was a ruler. I sent him out for thumbtacks. Well, he went out for his birthday, but I was looking for rulers, and I was looking for thumbtacks for my posters to put on the wall, and I'm like, there was no rulers. He's like, I found a big yardstick. I'm like, no, I just need little rulers. And then the girls went to Target. They didn't see them either. So I'm like, that's really weird. Is there a shortage? I remember last year going, and they were out of rulers as well. I got them later, so that's what I'll have to do. But it's good. So I got that. Brooklyn she did painting this weekend. I did film that because she's beautiful. She is very, very talented and very, very good with her artistic ability, the ability to see things in that. And so I did film her painting. So enjoy that right here. So Brooklyn is going to paint here on some canvas here that she's got. She is a really good artist, very good at what she does. And so we just got this stand for her so she can put her stuff up on top of it, and it can kind of hold up really nice. It's a really nice one. So we've had like the cheaper ones and they're just kind of whatever, but this is a really nice wood, like she's gonna have it forever with all of her for her painting, probably more than likely for the rest of her life on here, which is nice. And so we just picked up some new art supplies for her, got some canvas here, got some fine detail brushes, and she's got plenty of paint right now, so she's just doing her thing right now. I love it. She'll bring the kids out, and then they'll like sit and have a painting day, and so she'll give them each a canvas to do things on, and then set them all up at the table, and then they just paint whatever they feel like painting. And so I love that she has that creativity in there. There's a lot of them do, so a couple of them like to do that too. I know Jaden does as well. She has more of it that she enjoys doing too. So just not skills from their mama, but that's okay. We bring different skills to the table. So I just love watching them. Like, those fast forwarding this, watching them, I'm like, that is just amazing and beautiful. And I'm like, that is so good at how you do that. So I was thinking, I thought I'd share a little bit here how she does it. And it's just pretty. It looks really nice. This weekend I organized this area right here. So what I've got in here, I went through all my drawers and organized everything. So just put like extra paper, things, extra books and stuff in here that we need. I think, what isn't even here? This is all our supplies. Different things that we got. Does anybody remember Mastermind? Remember the game Mastermind? It had a picture of a guy on the front. I saw the original game on Amazon. We used to have it. It was one of those things, we had it with the tiny 1,000 pieces, but when you have kids, you know, you lose things very easily, because that happens. But then I've been watching, and I saw on YouTube Shorts where they're doing this game challenge, and it's literally the same thing as Mastermind, but now they call it Code Breaker. So I did buy a game to do. I like to get some things like that, and then just different things. Some origami paper. I got some clay so we can make some stuff. I got Foldology. This is, I don't know why I was thinking origami might be fun, something to do. Different puzzles to fold. I don't know. We'll see. I got them in here. I do have one ruler, but I'm going to need some more. So I cleaned these out. And then I think, are these empty? Empty. And then this has got our school stuff in it that we're going to be using. So I wanted to leave 2 drawers at least empty because for now, everything's going to sit out. It's one of those things where I'm like, okay, this is our schoolroom. This is also our home that we live in. And so I want to make it, you know, oh, I just saw somebody walk by. I'm like, who is that? I want to make it, you know, good. So I put all their stuff up here that we'll use, and then we can put it away. If I want to clean it up, if I want to leave it out for the week, I'll leave it out. It doesn't bother me. It's just easier than going in the drawers. Last year we were putting in the drawers, and then like books got like, that's my book, that's his book, those kind of things. So I've got their piles here of things. I'm still waiting for the school books that I do, that we do like an all-in-one basic curriculum, and then we add to it and do extra as well. So that should be here Tuesday or Wednesday this week, but I said we can still start and just do that. Either do a couple extra pages this week to catch up or start next week, no big deal. So I've got everything. I did charts. I did mark-off charts. Some kids like a list, and they like to know what they have to do, so they just have me type up a list. But some of my kids enjoy marking off in charts. It just depends. Like, I like a list where you mark off in things. I like to cross off when I'm done with things. And so for me, as a mom that's busy doing different things, I just decided to do like a chart. And then that way, they know what they have to do. When it's completed, it's like, once your chart is filled in, you're good. You can be free for the day. You can do your device. You can do whatever. So on theirs, they have their chores, and I said to check the refrigerator for any extra chores, our group time, and then I wrote down specifically the different books that they have to do. And then I wrote down the days that we're doing school, and then some days we do school 4 days a week, and then we have a free day to do running, to get out and do something or whatever. We do stuff on the days that we do school as well, but that 5th day is an extra. It's like we'll be going to a field trip. We'll be doing something like that, and then that way, or if we have to catch up on something, we can do it on that day as well. So it kind of works out as a good way. If we start school now, we'll be able to finish by the end of the school year easily by doing it 4 days a week. We might not get the same amount of time that everybody else gets off, but we still do well with time. I kind of mapped out my school year, and I'm like, okay, we'll still be fine. And so this will work. Wrote down what days we're going to be doing things, what days we're going to be going out, for activities, the field trips. And I just did one for August, and then I did September. So I didn't go too far in advance because I was like, let me make sure this works for us before I start typing up a bunch of stuff. Because sometimes when you start off with school and you have these good intentions of, I'm going to do this, this, and that, and then like it goes and it's like, no, that's not even how the day is rolling. So you just kind of, okay, adjust, do well. So for myself, I'm like, let me do it that way. And then I've got my own little folder here where I have things that I have to go over so I don't forget. And then I wrote down what we're doing for August and September, what I have to do for group time, what each child is doing as well, because sometimes I will forget. And I know Autumn did something last year. I'm like, oh, I forgot you had that book to do. And so just different things, just different things, because they do most of them in their own. And then I wrote down different activities they can do. Things like filler things. Like I always forget. Like some days when you have days where you're like, okay, what are we going to do? What are we going to break up school with? So, you can play Uno, you can play War, you can play Rummikub, you can play Ticket to Ride, you can do clay, you can do paper airplanes, we can do different, like even dots, tic-tac-toe, hangman, just different things that you forget about paper airplanes that like, it's good to like go, oh, let's pick something from the list and do it. When the kids were little, when I had a lot of little ones, I had all their stuff was, we had baby gates. Baby gates were everywhere, but we had a baby gate over our back room. And in our back room, we had a huge shelf. We had gotten it. Someone was throwing it away at like Harbor Freight back in Michigan. And so it was like a display. So we got it and it was just literally shelves. So I had little shoe boxes and I had activities on that whole shelf. So I had like little tiny, the little people, like little people farm, those kind of things in one. We had some Legos, we had some Duplo, we had like the little tiny animals, like the little sea creatures, little, like the plasticky ones to play with. There was just a ton of different things, dollhouse pieces, or just different sets of things that I knew that if they were in the room, they would just be a disaster everywhere. They had toys in the room as well, but the little tiny stuff that made huge messes, I kept over there. So then each day, like whatever time I had, I'd have to look back on my schedule, but from 10 to 10:30, we were gonna do activity time. So then if they go, what can I do? I would pull up my list and go, okay, we have this, 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 and this, and you can do. And then that day can go, okay, I want to play with that today. Or we also had time where the older ones spent time with the younger one. I believe in fostering some good relationships with each other and within a home, not as so much as to be a babysitter. I understand families do that, and a lot of large families do it. I did it when we went out for protection and safety, because when I had a lot of kids going out, it was impossible for one person to keep their eye on little ones like that. So I would always say, okay, this is your child, watch that child. This is your child, watch that child. Like that. And at home, they might have helped with kids, or like, here, would you please hold this child, or would you do this? Because if I was busy, but it was never like, this is yours to always be responsible for that. We never did a lot of that. We did it at different times and seasons because you go through it. But for the most part, obviously I'm the mom, and so, but I would have times that they spent time with a younger sibling. And so like I would say, okay, for a half hour because they were homeschooled, they were home all day, So to stretch out our days, to give us something to do for the day, I would say, okay, for a half hour, you're gonna play with like I remember Ashlyn had Autumn. This is something I remember. And she and Autumn loved books. My kids love being read to. And so she would sit and she would just read her books over and over and over. And she loved reading books. And so that was just something she did. But if another child, let's say like I had somebody that was kind of closer in age together, I would say, okay, they're like, what do we even do? I don't know. Here's your list. And so then they would look at their list and they go, okay, we can play this. And they had a list of things they can do with that child. It just helped to like, for them not to go, oh, whatever, let's just go sit in your room and play. You know, and this was before phones. My kids didn't have phones. They had little iPods and stuff like that, but this was way back when they didn't have any of that stuff. And so it just gave them a little bit of time to spend together. It helps grow developmentally. It helps them learn to be able to help a child be able to play with a child. Like I think of how many older adults sometimes don't even know how to interact with kids, right? Very true. Like they don't even know how to do these things. So doing that, it fostered relationships. It fostered being able to learn some skills and how to be able to do it. And it was never like all day long. It was just, here's a half hour, you're gonna go spend time with them with something they want to do, something that's fun. Make it fun for them, make it good for them, spending time. And so that was something we did when they're younger. So as they're older, same thing, we do the same thing, because when my kids are done, guess what everybody's gonna do? They're gonna separate by themselves and they're gonna want to go on their devices. Natural. What do I want to do? Separate, go by myself and do on my devices. So I encourage spend time with somebody for a little bit each day. And it's like the boys, you know, obviously they have a room together. The girls have a room together. So they do that. So this kind of encourages them to do something with somebody else. So that might be playing a game together. It might be playing video games together, and I don't mind that at all. But it's just those relationships, because if you don't do that, what's the natural thing to do? Not want to hang out with each other, not want to do anything together. So that is something that they do each day, spending time with them as well. It might be swimming. It might be when we're all together doing something too. It might be going for a bike ride, might be going for a scooter ride, or you know, whatever they want to do. That's a beautiful thing. So it'll be good. So anyways, that was on my list. So I've got it. So I feel like we're going to be good for school. I did pick up a marker board. So I feel like it's so tiny compared to my other marker boards, but I was like, do I get a bigger one? I'm like, no, then it's gonna be too big. I didn't want to put it on the wall because I don't know if we're doing like, you know, in the living room, we're doing something, I need to write it down. I don't want it like stuck on one wall where like I have to, okay, everybody come to this marker board over here. So this way I can just do it wherever. I like a big giant marker board to be able to do stuff on. So I've got that. It fits nicely right here because it's nice and small. That works. So I'll be excited. We'll be glad to start school today. Like just start rolling with it. You know, even after doing it for so many years, it's always like, okay, you have those good intentions. Always have those good intentions to start up strong and do all these great things, but like put your expectations a little bit lower so that when it does go crazy, it's not like, devastation, you just want to give up. We're not gonna have that. We're not gonna have devastation, give up, but you know, just lower out a few things. But I know we'll be fine because like I am almost done. It is only 8:30 right now. We're not gonna start a group time for a little bit. So I gave myself that grace to get the stuff I needed to get done for the school day so I can focus on them for most of the day. So, okay, let's get the vacuums rolling because there's like broken balloons all over the floor. All right, laundry's done here. I decided to start dinner. I'm like, I'm already done with what I have to do for the day. I mean, I don't have a ton to pick up and a ton to do, which is nice. See, setting down those expectations of things like normally, maybe I clean my bathroom today. Well, I'm like, you know what? I can do that tomorrow because the kids don't stay a whole lot cleaner today, you know, hopefully. And I won't have as much to pick up out there. I won't have to do all the floors. So I'm like, I will just do that tomorrow. That's good to do a different day. And I can do my bedroom a different day. Sometimes, look real fast, I had to wear a sweater this weekend. I know. What? It was just because I was indoors and it was really cold. Anyways, I know, it's like, yeah, it doesn't seem real. But anyway, so I'm like, finished. I'm like, that's a good thing. So I'm like, I might as well start stuff for my dinner and get it done. You don't have to, but you know what? I'd rather be ahead than like racing to get it done. Like I still want to be able to go swimming during the day. As of right now, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that too much in my schedule, but that's okay. But I'm like, you know what? If I can get all my stuff done in our school and that, I could still be able to enjoy a little bit of pool time and maybe some sun too. So I'm like, I might as well start. So I started doing some hamburger on the stove, some salt and pepper on there, and I've got some onion in there, and it's almost cooked up. And then what I'll do to that is add in refried beans. They're frozen solid, but I can put them on there and let them heat up, and then add some salt to it. And then and that's like the basis for the burrito casserole. I'm like, this is gonna be good. And I can put it in the slow cooker and it can just heat up. So I'm just like, that won't be a big deal. But I'm like sitting here, I'm like, no sense just waiting till later. If you can do something right now, get it done, because I know it's gonna get busy when we do school and our time together and that. I'm not gonna be able to do other things, or I'll be racing to do those other things. So you might as well get it done. That's why I start dinner early. I'm even thinking, I'm like, okay, thinking tomorrow. I went out in my garage and I grabbed something out of the freezer to put in there for tomorrow, so that way I have dinner kind of in my head of what I can do tomorrow as well. So all good things. Okay, I've got all my dresses right here. I hang everything up, just easier. You know what, you just grab it and go after it dries. It dries real quick here. Got some extra hangers too. I'm just waiting on the load of laundry. So let's go back and we still got about 8 minutes now to flip the laundry. Okay, vacuum's still rolling. So the meat is all cooked. So I'm gonna add taco seasoning to this. Like you would add an envelope of it. Stir that up. I'm not gonna add any liquid to it because I'm gonna be adding salsa to it. So this, just stir, mix it in, and then I'm gonna turn it down, way down, because I'm gonna add, you add 1 can, I'm gonna add a container of refried beans to this. Frozen salad, pop that in. I'm gonna add some salsa, about a cup of salsa in there. I'll make a nice mixture. So basically I need to let that faucet down really low. I'll put the lid on there and let that cook. As soon as that's done, what you do is you mix sour cream and cream of mushroom soup together. Put it in the bottom of a pan. I'm gonna put it in the bottom of my casserole right here. And then fill the burritos, roll them up, stick them in there. You put cheese in there too. I'm gonna keep mine separate. It's easy. Burrito casserole, we haven't had that in a long time. So it's good. Okay, let me finish. Let the vacuums do their work. The fan's going, so it's loud in here. I have a little bit of rice in the refrigerator, so I will mix that with this. Right here, I just put a cup of rice. I put some of the Goya seasoning and tomato bouillon in there. I'll add water later. This will be something we'll cook with it. I was thinking I'd do nacho chips, but I don't have any nacho chips. So this is good for now. Wait for that to kind of heat up, and I will probably assemble that in a little bit. I don't know if I'll do it right now or not. Flip the laundry, didn't show that, and the next thing we'll do is our school. So we'll be sitting doing our school for a few hours, and then I'll come back and we'll see how the day rolls. I'll check in and let you know how the day is going. Okay, so we're getting some school stuff done, so I'm gonna make the burrito thing and get that finished because I'm working, getting things done, just trying to figure out my day. So cream mushroom soup right here, you're gonna add a cup of sour cream in here. So I'm using the liquids coming out. I know it's gross. Gross. Just mix that up together, and then you're gonna put that half of it in the bottom of the pan, and then I'm gonna fill the burritos and then roll those and put them in there. Now you can put cheese in here. I'm just not going to. When we go to eat it, I will, or I might put some on top. So easy. So what I'm gonna do for these is put the lid on here and just keep these on low. Those will cook, they'll be delicious. And then I'm gonna do some and just fry these later with a little bit of oil just to give them a little crispy, because not everybody's gonna love this because these are softer than this, but that's it, dinner will be done. Pick me up. Okay, so it's been a good afternoon. We got almost all of our school done real quick. It went real fast today. We did a little bit of health today. We did a How It's Made. Remember the How It's Made series? We watched that today. We did some Bible, and we did, go ahead. And we did some vocab, and what else? I'm trying to think what else we did. I think that was it, what we did today. And then we're waiting for their books to show up, and they said it's supposed to be Wednesday, but it says today. So hopefully this afternoon that'll show up. Everybody's kind of doing their thing. We're finishing up laundry. I'm making a quick lunch here. I've got my sprouts. I've got some guacamole here I'm gonna have with some little rice crackers. Take a little break for a little bit, and I think I'm going to, dinner is cooking. The only other thing to do is to like fry the other burritos. I'm gonna do like, what do they call those? Flutas, something like that. Whatever the name is. I had them with the HelloFresh meal. It was really good. And basically you just make it crispy on the outside and they like it. So this is good. This is lunch. Doing good. I made a coffee. It's just a good Monday, like for school, like when you do it, you're like, okay, is it gonna be good? And it actually worked out pretty good. We had a couple times where we're like, make sure you do good and make sure you put no attitude. But it stopped real quickly and like good and done. The kids are finishing up their stuff right now, which is nice. And it's not even, I anticipated like some waited till really late and I was like, oh, you're gonna be doing school all day, but that's okay. That's your choice. But they're actually not doing bad at all. So very, very good day. So I'm like, this is nice. So I'm gonna take a break, eat, and I'll probably finish up dinner here. Cooking my rice. That's it for my Monday. Great day. I love shifting outside in the sun. I might do that too. I'm gonna finish up and get dinner done right here, right now, because kids are gonna watch a show. The burrito casserole is done. It's literally right here. Melted, delicious, it'll be yummy. But I am gonna take and fry some over here on the stove with a little bit of olive oil. Or actually, do they fry them? No, they put them in the oven. I was just thinking, that's right. I forgot it wasn't a pan. I'm gonna put it in put olive oil on the outside, put it in the oven and bake it. That's what it was. Totally forgot that. And then rice is right here. Actually, you know what, I'm sorry, okay, I'm gonna fry it on the stove here. I'm just gonna put a little olive oil and just crisp it. That'll be done for the remainder, because not everybody loves that. This is rice. I'm gonna cook it. When it's done, I'm gonna add the tiny little bit. I have extra because I added a little bit more flavoring, and then we'll have the rice with that. Dinner is done. Okay, nothing better than when you're sitting right next to your frying pan and you smell burned tortillas. So a little extra crispy, but it's good. I think there's only one that's a little bit crispy, but this will be good enough. For those that don't like the squishy part, this will work. It's just crispy. That one's just a little bit extra. It's good. The rice is gonna boil. I turn it down, and then that'll be it. That'll be dinner tonight. Finished. I came in my room, the kids are out there watching a video. So it's been a good day. I feel like it's been a great Monday getting things done. Feeling good. Like usually Mondays are long and it's like, okay. But today actually went very well. I've got a few that have to finish up school. Dinner got a little crispy, but that's okay. Just the one. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm literally right next to the pan. I'm like, why does it smell burnt? Oh, the tortillas. It's okay. Live and learn. That's what happens. So rice will be done in a minute. I'm finished. So I hope you enjoyed today's video and got you motivated to get some things done. If not, guess what? Tomorrow's a new day. You can do it tomorrow. So have a fantastic rest of your day. Come back tomorrow and we will be doing some more stuff around here. All right, see you tomorrow. Bye.